All right, let's jump right into this explainer. We're looking at a seriously powerful, battle-tested tool for managing daily stress. Look, we all know stress is basically this inevitable passenger in our lives, right? You've got the endless emails, the brutal gridlocked commutes, those looming deadlines. But what if the secret to unlocking actual, profound daily calm wasn't at some pricey, secluded yoga retreat? What if it was forged in literally the most intense, high-stress environments on the planet? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today.
Seriously, I want you to just take a second and imagine trying to find inner peace in a federal prison. Or picture being in the middle of a military deployment. We are talking about environments that are, unequivocally, the ultimate stress tests for the human mind. The sensory overload, that constant hypervigilance, being separated from your family, the underlying volatility of it all just makes these places uniquely brutal for any kind of mental regulation. But here's the thing. If you can figure out how to center your mind there, you can absolutely center your mind anywhere.
Section 1. The ultimate stress test.
So, to figure out how to master our own daily anxieties, we're looking at a specific breathing method. And practitioners have brilliantly described this as, get this, an antivirus program for your mind. Think about how antivirus software actually works in the background of your laptop, right? It's constantly scanning for threats, isolating them, and clearing them out so the whole system just runs smoothly. Well, this breathing technique does the exact same thing, but for your nervous system. It's a literal tool that detects psychological threats and releases physical tension, bringing you into this state of immediate, albeit temporary, relief.
Section 2. What is SBRRP?
Okay, so what exactly is this tool that's creating peace behind bars and out on military deployments? You'd think it has to be incredibly complex, right? But the real beauty of this intervention is its profound simplicity. It's called SBRRP, which stands for the single breath returning to resting point. Essentially, SBRRP is a highly accessible mindfulness practice designed to center your mind using literally just one intentional breath at a time. Now, while it definitely draws from ancient Buddhist philosophies of mindfulness, it is completely non-sectarian, meaning you don't need any specific religious beliefs to use it. You just focus on returning your breath to its natural resting state, and you stop letting all that internal chatter drag you around.
The core of this method, especially how it was taught for operational stress control in the US military, relies on this really memorable acronym, OFR. Here's how it works. You begin by breathing in through your nose, and then you just sigh it out through your mouth. From there, you follow OFR. You observe the last second of that breath to find your natural resting point. Then, you feel your inner tension, wherever it's hiding in your body. And finally, you release your tension. You just let it go. It's this powerful little micro-habit of observation and release.
Section 3. The science of relief.
Now, this isn't just some placebo effect. There is a real, measurable neurological shift happening inside your body when you do this. When we're stressed out, our sympathetic nervous system is totally in the driver's seat. That's your classic fight-or-flight mode. Your heart rate spikes, your blood pressure shoots up, and cortisol is just flooding your system. But by taking that intentional, sighing exhale and finding that resting point, SBRRP actively forces a shift over to your parasympathetic system. That's your rest and digest mode. It actively lowers your heart rate and actually brings those cortisol levels right back down.
Section 4. Real results behind bars.
To really put this to the test and see if this biological shift holds up under extreme duress, researchers ran a rigorous 9-week pilot study with 41 incarcerated individuals at a federal prison in Victorville. They taught these folks the SBRRP method to practice in groups and on their own. And honestly, the results were nothing short of remarkable. Participants saw a massive reduction in perceived stress. To put it in perspective, before learning SBRRP, their mean stress score was nearly a 14. After just weeks of this single breath technique, that score plummeted down to just 4.5. That is a massive, statistically significant drop in an incredibly volatile environment.
And it doesn't stop there. The data also showed depression scores absolutely plummeting. Pre-intervention, the mean score for depression among this group was over a 10. Post-intervention, it dropped to under 3. I mean, wow. This really proves that a single mindful breath, when you practice it consistently, can create a profound psychological shift. It actually disrupts that chronic stress loop that so often triggers negative thinking patterns and messes with the hormonal balance in our brains.
But perhaps most remarkably, symptoms of severe trauma and PTSD plummeted too. Look, incarcerated populations deal with significantly higher rates of trauma.
The study measured PTSD symptoms, and the mean score dropped from 1.03 all the way down to 0.32. That is huge. It really shows that this technique acts as a highly effective, non-pharmacological tool for emotional regulation, even for folks who are carrying some very deep psychological scars.
But, beyond all the hard numbers and the p-values, the actual human transformation here is just beautifully clear. In the surveys after the study, people reported this profound sense of mental clarity. One participant literally wrote, "It helped me to easily become calm." Over 90% of them said they'd recommend it to others. They discovered this brand new ability to control their anxiety, finding a literal sanctuary of ease right inside their own minds, entirely regardless of their external circumstances.
Section 5, your daily SBRRP routine.
So, what does this all mean for us? Well, if SBRP can act as a literal mental reset button for deployed military personnel and incarcerated individuals, just imagine what this battle-tested tool could do for your daily stressors. Whether it's a brutal morning commute, a tense conversation, or just the overwhelming pace of life right now, you can use this exact same technique. And the best part, you can seamlessly weave this micro-habit into your day without needing to, carve out an hour to sit on a meditation cushion. Start your day with one conscious breath in bed. Use it during work breaks to refocus. And this is key. Use it during daily transitions, like sitting in your car right before you walk into your house, or the second you close your laptop for the day. Use it to kill sudden stress, or right before sleep to just unwind that nervous system.
Actually, let's do a rep together, right now, wherever you are. Ready? I want you to breathe in deeply, right through your nose. Now sigh it out audibly through your mouth. As you finish that exhale, observe that final resting point of the breath. Feel any tension sitting in your shoulders, your chest, maybe your jaw, and now just release it. Let it completely go. That right there, that is your mind's antivirus program running successfully.
The most crucial takeaway from all of this is that profound peace is always accessible right inside of you. You don't need a perfectly quiet room, you just need your breath and a tiny bit of awareness. The data from literally the most stressful places on Earth proves that this works, which leaves us with one final, essential question for your day. Are you ready to take your first single breath?